Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Allison. I'm 29 years old and I post all things about my personal finances, debt payoff journey, and then just my lifestyle content as well and how I balance life and finances all together. Definitely feel free to like and subscribe, join the fun, and welcome to my video and my little community here on YouTube. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about doing a low buy year for 2025. Essentially, what that means is I'm going to be trying to not spend a lot of money in 2025. Some people try to do a no buy year, which is very challenging, and I don't think that I'd be able to accomplish that. But a low buy year, you basically kind of set yourself up with some rules and restrictions on certain things and essentially focus on like not consuming as much material items. So I made a list of kind of the rules that I'm going to be following in 2025. Obviously, number one on the list is no new clothes, no exceptions. I have so many clothes in this closet right behind you, but yet something in me really likes to buy clothes, and yet I wear the same thing all the time. Wear what you have and go through your closet. See what there is to wear. More than likely, you have something to wear. You have an outfit that you can make from whatever's in your closet. I do think that will be very, very hard. I'm not sure I will succeed in that, but we're gonna try our very, very best. Even if I buy one less thing than I did this year, that is still an improvement, even though I feel like I'm gonna do a lot better than that. Like, there's no punishment if I don't follow through with these, but they're really just there to remind myself, like, you have bigger goals for your finances in 2025, and there's no need to be buying material items and clothes when you have all that you need right here in your closet. So if you see me buying clothes in 2025, you have the permission to yell at me in the comments. Number two is pretty similar, but it's no new shoes. Because again, I have a lot of shoes. I do not need shoes. I get caught up in the latest trends too is my problem. So like when the Tasman Uggs were popular, I wanted those. When the Boston clogs were popular, I wanted those. It's just, there's too much. You can't keep up with everything, and that's the problem. That's something that I truly need to work on, is that I don't need these new things. And I don't need it because the people that I'm watching on YouTube or TikTok have these things. Like, their situation might be totally different and they can afford those things, or they're getting sent those things. I have so many shoes that I don't even wear, so why would I need new shoes? And I think I'm also getting at least one new pair of like sneakers for Christmas. That should be good for the year. Like, usually I try to get one new pair of at least sneakers for work every year, because I do truly believe that like when you work on your feet, and I work in healthcare, it's a good idea to have a like nice quality pair of shoes, because you don't want your feet to hurt or get like injured from like poor quality shoes. So that is something I will invest in, but it's usually once a year, and it's typically something I ask for Christmas from my mom. Moving on, number three, this one is pretty popular across the board with like lists like this that I've seen, is no new makeup, no new skincare, no new hair care, unless I am completely out of a product and it's something that I've actually used like the whole thing. Again, I don't need anything, but I get caught up in the ads and people talking about certain products. I get so influenced by everything. But I do feel pretty happy with my current makeup routine, and a good amount of the stuff is not very expensive, so I feel good about that. Number four is no new technology. I felt like I should add this one in here. I don't have any plans to buy anything technology wise, but you never really know with me. I feel like lately I have gotten a lot of new things, like technology wise. I got a new camera this year, so that was a big purchase. Like, my Apple Watch is genuinely so old and it doesn't even last the charge doesn't last the whole day, but it works fine. And I need to remember that. I am happy with the purchases that I made this year as far as the camera. And then I did buy a new pair of AirPods because those were dying and I had a gift card. So those were only like $30. But again, I want to really focus on like not needing the newest thing and not upgrading things and just living with what I have right now. Number five is that I am allowed to buy one new book every month, or I can save them up and buy multiple books when they are on sale. So for example, Target does buy 3 get 1 free a lot. Number 6 is I'm gonna try to budget only $30 a month for coffee, whether that be Nespresso pods because I got an espresso machine, or coffee out, but total combined $30. No more than that. That is also probably going to be a little bit hard. Maybe not, because usually there's a span of time where Dunkin' Donuts doesn't have a flavor that I really like. It's typically in the holidays, like pumpkin spice, and then I like their cookie butter one right now. That's when I tend to buy a lot of coffee, but hopefully now that I have the espresso machine, I will do a lot of coffee at home and not buy out as much. And the pods should last me a while. I think I have like 70 pods right now, so that should last me like a good amount of time. Obviously my husband will probably use them too. Yeah, that's the goal, because there's no need to be spending more than $30 on coffee a month. Number 7 is no energy drinks. I'm gonna really try to like legit have no energy drinks. One, because they're probably not good for me anyway, and number 2, they're just so expensive. They're like $2.50 per can, and that really adds up. I will always be a beverage girly is the problem. I'm currently on a Diet Coke fix right now. Well, and typically I would buy the Aldi brand, but they didn't have any in the store, so I would get 12 for like $3 versus like 1 can of Alani for $2.50. Okay, number 8 is to stay low maintenance, and by this I mean like beauty treatments, you know, eyelashes, eyebrows, even haircuts, hair dye, all that kind of stuff. Last year I did a lot because I was getting married, so obviously there were certain things that I wanted to do. I got my teeth whitened, which is something that I've literally never done. That was like a one-time thing because I thought getting married I should do a little extra because you only get married once, hopefully. In general, I am a pretty low maintenance girly. I actually don't get my eyebrows done or eyelashes or anything like that. I will say this year I feel like I did also get like a massage. I don't even want to do any of that kind of stuff. The only thing I will let myself continue to do is get my nails done, because this is something that has brought me a lot of joy. And I only get them done once a month because they're builder gel, so they last a really long time and they always come out like perfect. So I will continue to let myself do that. That's the one thing. I think it was last year too, I officially stopped dyeing my hair because I was doing highlights and like blonde and balayage. That saved me so much money. I'm not even sure. I got my hair cut once, just recently, and I think that was it. Number 9, this one is like very specific to me, and I know a lot of people feel this way too, but like I need to like stop getting caught up in these launch-based product drops. I used to be such a sucker for the launch-based products and like clothing. For example, if you were an OG like fitness Instagram girly, you would probably remember the brand Balance Athletica. That was back when they were Balance Athletica, now they're Vitality. Oh my god, the craze and the hype for those clothes was insane. They would have launches like every few months. They would send these crazy PR packages to all of their like athletes, is what they called them. All of them would do try-on hauls, and then on launch day they would go live at like 10 a.m. You had to be like on your phone buying everything that you wanted like so quickly, and it would sell out, and you felt like you were missing out if you weren't a part of it and you didn't get anything from the launch, or like if you went on the next day they probably didn't have your size. That was like the height of my like shopping addiction, I swear. That's a little bit about my past, but I still feel like I struggle with that a little bit. Not even necessarily like launches like that intense, just in general, like getting emails about new products, new launches. Like Skims just came out with their Skims North Face collab, and that sold out within minutes. One thing that I'm gonna do, because I have this in like parentheses around this, is like unsubscribe from email lists, because I just need to like not even know that it exists and like not follow them on social media. That way I don't even know these products are coming out unless an influencer is like talking about it or something. But like I need to just unsubscribe from all of these emails to not know about sales, not know about new products, new clothes, new whatever. And then number 10 is anything that I have left over from my budget, will go directly into savings for our house or towards my car loan. So essentially, kind of what I'm thinking what I want to do is until we actually buy the house, which could be this year, we're hoping it's this year, we're hoping to start the process in like March. Until then, put any extra money towards saving for the house, and then maybe after that focus on the car, depending on, again, what our budget will look like with a house and a mortgage and bills. So there's a lot up in the air with budgeting and stuff for this year, obviously, because we don't know some of the expenses that might be coming down the line. But as far as right now, anything extra left over from this budget will go towards savings or debt. And then a side note, I didn't put this on here. Anything that I get from social media as well will go towards saving for a house, which is super nice because now I used to have to put it towards my credit card debt. So now I can actually do something with it. And what I was thinking was to split it up into 3 and maybe do like a third towards savings, a third towards my car, and then a third into retirement, because it is technically like a job and my income, so I should put some of that towards retirement. I'll probably just put it in my Roth IRA because I don't have anything like specifically set up for it like as a business just yet, because I'm not making a ton of money from social media. Maybe this year, hopefully this year, it will be a little bit better. The last little section that I will mention is things that I am allowing myself during this low buy year. There's really only 2 things on this list. I might add to it at some point, but these were the only 2 things I could really like think of. First one is that we are allowed to eat out twice a month. I don't know. This is like iffy too, because this is based on like my budget. So we could eat out more than twice a month. I'm just only gonna be paying twice, like from my budget. If my husband wants to eat out a third time that month, we can if he's paying. If that makes sense. We do still keep a majority of our finances separate just for now because we haven't felt the need to fully combine them yet. Number 2 is I am allowing myself to thrift items, not clothes really. More so if we buy a house, we'll probably need things for the house, and I would prefer to maybe try and find things secondhand or like Facebook Marketplace, thrifting, more things like big furniture pieces, because we don't need new everything, and like fully furnishing a new house is crazy and like super expensive. So if we can find as much things as we can for cheaper, amazing. Those are kind of the only 2 things that I have on that list for now, and we'll see what happens. I feel like this is a good setup for the year. I feel like this was a good list, a nice challenge for myself for 2025. A lot of it I feel like is definitely possible, and some of it will be a challenge. The other reason that I'm really doing this is because if you've been watching for a while, you know that in January I am cutting back my hours, which means my budget will be changing and I will be making less money from my full-time job. I want to set myself up for success and come up with some of these rules and budgeting tips to help me like stay focused, at least in the beginning of the year, to really stick to the budget. Those were my rules for my low buy year. I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it interesting or helpful. Let me know down below in the comments if you have any financial goals for 2025. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow in my next video.